Saturday, we got a full house. Mom and Dad Whitney. We got a friend of the shop, Paul, here. He's sandblasting some parts for a car project he's working on. This is still a mess.
You simply take this compressor out of the system.
Yeah.
So now you just let the tank.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm seeing that maybe
The compressors are multiplying.
Yeah.
instead directly.
Yeah.
I think they're mating when we're gone. I was hoping that'd be done. I'm gonna start by applying another coat of dye to these hoops. Once it's dry, hit them with linseed oil. Momma Whitney's sprucing up the tables and picking up after Bill instead of me. Instead of me picking up after Bill.
Notice the theme?
Bill's working on the guitars. Waiting on some parts for the electronics. He's going to cut the second set of wings. Today we're going to cut the dominoes. See how far we get. After that it'd be maybe starting to shape. What do we got here?
Once again, we're talking 4.5 versus 5.5.
Ooh. What are you working on?
Taking the hole punch portion of our die off because I'm finding that it's much easier to cut the ear blanks when you're not trying to push through the hole dies as well. And it's very easy to punch out the holes.
Right.
With a separate die. But these guys aren't interested in coming out, so they will do it, but they are determined. But it's okay. I've got more.
I mean, you own it, you can destroy it. They came out better than I expected.
That one
I
did.
thought they would crush.
Oh no! Look at the thickness of that tubing. And that's steel.
And you want to try to push away as many of the bubbles as you can. See a difference there?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Little
They're-
different sheen.
They're different leathers, so that affects it too, but yeah, it does. It makes a difference.
I wasn't rolling when all the good information was being shared, so I'll have to summarize. This is being used not only for the nice looking sheen, but also as a top coat to lock in the die. And why that's important is because during assembly, if you don't, the die will come off on your hands, then you'll transfer it to the rope and you kind of make a mess. So this actually, in the end, makes for a better looking product sheen wise and locks it in so you're not transferring pigment across the drum. Leather balm. Look at you, prototyping.
Yeah. Going back to this, which I haven't quite developed yet. Not bad though. That one could be better. It's off center. I know somebody who can do this a lot faster.
It's not me. Copper rivets instead of lacing. See the other side. Nice.
I'm thinking that, now this is the back.
Yep.
I'm thinking if you put, not these, but if you put it like this on the front and it had like a C in it.
Oh, like get a logo type punch? And
Either that
punch
or,
a logo into it, or you buy them with it already in there, you mean?
you probably have to do it because no matter what you do, you've got to hammer, these have to be on to hammer this over.
Oh, yeah, right.
So you're going to scar them up. So that's a downside.
But he likes that hammered look.
Yeah. But maybe you could, having done this, if you get your technique right, there'd be room for a little C, you know, if you had a C punch.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen them. Those.
Yeah.
You can get the alphabetized punches.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what he thinks.
He won't like it. Cleaning everything. So Bill's getting extra fancy with this one. He wanted to find a project to try out the new lathe. So he made wooden vents out of Paduke. That one's Purple Heart. Going with the Paduke. It's gonna drill out a Rosette design, and then the outer circle's getting what? Rivets? Powder coated rivets?
Yeah, like dark copper colored tacks. And then these are just going to be like 1/4-inch holes.
Fancy.
Very Renaissance.
This is an old trick I'd seen before, but forgotten, until I was reminded when I saw Art do it in a Words and Wood video. Rubbing out your finish with paper, like brown contractor's paper. This is packing paper. And you're just burnishing, as opposed to going into sandpaper. Most wood shops would have 220, 320. We have, 6,000, 8,000, 12,000. But this is just easy, and it actually does make a difference. Knocks down the nubs. Nice to the touch. Thanks for the reminder, Art. I've sanded back on this as far as I'm willing to go, even though some of the edges look like they have adhesive, the lighter color. They're also close to blowing through. So it's possible the adhesive was just, soaked in there more. I'm not sure, but I don't want to blow through. I've gone back in, filling some putty that I sanded out or fell out. Did hit this with mineral spirits, and those do blend. Plus there's going to be a head and a rim. So, I'm not gonna go down the Odie's oil path again because don't want to screw it up. We're gonna do wipe on satin poly. I'm just waiting for these to cure out so we can sand them. Meanwhile, Bill's working on stringing up a nacre.
Yep.
How many of these we're gonna have for PASIC?
This one's going to a customer, but I think we should have 3 more. 2 copper and 1 steel. 1 or 2 of them will have kangaroo, the other will have calfskin. So yeah, we'll have a couple.
We got the Rosette drying. The rivets are drying with epoxy. Then we're gonna glue the vent in with wood glue. Our thinking there is there's a little more flexibility, so if the wood moves, this won't crack. But we're kind of worried that with epoxy it might. Probably wouldn't. It's such a little piece. And drilling the dominoes in the guitar bodies and the wings. It's good times. And that guy's making noise. It's been like sitting in a dentist office all day.
Yeah, right. I kind of want to make myself a tool that just like a post that fits in here.
I was just gonna say, you know,
I'm gonna go do that right now.
it's like someone should make a jig for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now.
Like we have time.
For how much I'm gonna have to fuss with that, I think it's actually much save time. Alright.
Like a dowel?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a dowel and turn down the center. So if we turn down for what?
I'd never see the other side. It's pretty good. Blends a hell of a lot better. Again, the head covers most of that. This blow through. Maybe I can hit it with a bit of dye before the second coat. Maybe.
Boom, nacre.
Do they still call it a drag rope or is it a carry loop?
I don't know. I'm totally making this up.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen in person a nacre that I didn't make.
I figured all medieval nacres were made out of an IKEA bowl.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sing me a song, Bard.
Along with my people.
Kind of crunchy. Sure, it's fine. It's fine. Moment of truth. Like a glove. These things are ridiculous. With the poly on, it's really obvious where there's still adhesive down in the pores of the wood. The sheen is different. All in here, along the edge. And we definitely would have blasted through all the veneer just trying to get that, so it was a lost cause. Hopefully, when this poly dries, it blends a bit more. We'll scuff it back. Use a bit of dye to hide a crime right there. And then hit it with a second coat, third if necessary. Hoops are still up in the air. I think one of them's pretty annihilated. Got the domino pockets cut for these, so Bill can shape them next week. He did get a nacre finished. There's another one in the works.
Gotta
Got
go through
the
hardware.
Hadouk vent glued into this. Yeah, we're gonna go through hardware and see how many brocades we might be able to squeak out before PASIC. And then I'm gonna.
Yeah, we should have enough stuff to make at least a handful.
There's 3 there. There's a purple one in the racks. And then I'll take the shells and some parts back to my shop to do cut down layout drilling at least. We could probably do the wrapping here. Wrapping assembly. Who knows?